I'll just take questions from locals, I think.
Voter turnout here in the Minister is very low, particularly in areas in the seat of Lingiari. I think it's the lowest in the country at something like 66% of eligible voters. So what will you do about it? Do you think there should be a review by the Australian Electoral Commission, and will your government commit further resources to ensure that those voting rates can rise?
Well, if you'll excuse the pun, it's not rocket science to know what happened here. They ripped resources out of the Electoral Commission. There was a deliberate policy of the former government to restrict people voting in the Territory. They tried to abolish a seat, and we fought very hard to get 2 seats in the Territory. They restricted the numbers of people who are working for the Australian Electoral Commission to get people on the roll. This was straight out of the right-wing Republican playbook. It was an outrage, what occurred, and then there was a lack of resources to enable people to vote. We have one vote, one value in this country. It's an important principle of our democracy, and the fact that 66% of people voted means that 1 in 3 people in the electorate of Lingiari didn't get to vote. That was a part of the former government's design. It wasn't by accident, and they should be held to account for it. My government will look at what we can do to make sure that every Australian, no matter where they live, no matter who they are, has equal right to be on the roll and equal right to vote. And yes, we will be reviewing it with the AEC. I don't know if Marion wants to something. Sorry, just Catherine, and then.
There's a coalition of groups this morning: the Australian Industry Group, the NFF, Property Council, St Vincent de Paul, all calling on the government to accelerate, as in go faster, the energy transition to renewables, hydrogen. So does the government need to go faster than you have forecast you'll go?
We need to do exactly what we said we would do. Exactly what we said we would do, which is to have a plan to ensure that we move to 82% renewables by 2030 as part of the national energy market, 43% reduction, but we'll put in place those measures. We need to, as soon as possible, to make sure that we fix transmission. Is the low-hanging fruit is critical, and we'll do what we can to do that. Just
predecessor Scott Morrison that our 2 countries would go to Mars together. Does today's launch date make that one step closer?
I'm not going to be that ambitious, but a very good question. One I wasn't anticipating, I've got to say. Today in itself, I think, is significant. The fact of 3 rockets collecting scientific information from NASA will be launched from near Nhulunbuy and come back to Earth with that data will be a really exciting thing for Australia, and particularly exciting for the Northern Territory.